WTO is associated with long talks, various tariffs, customs quotas, imports and exports, as well as with other terms which our consumers sometimes do not understand. The task of WTO market program is to break all the barriers between buyers and sellers, because we know everything about the prices. The history of the market of ready-to-cook products in Europe begins from the invention of the first refrigerator in the early 20th century. Fast preparation meals, some of which can be consumed just after defrosting, emerged in CIS countries only in the middle 90s. However, 2 decades later, the Kazakhstani food market could be distinguished by variability, large volumes and high quality of products. In general, semi-finished food products belong to the category of regional food. Therefore, their manufacturers should always take into account preferences of local population. The demand for frozen foods in the region is increasing by 10 to 15% annually. For many reasons, consumers in Kazakhstan give preference to locally produced semi-finished foods. Beef ravioli are the most fast-moving products among all domestic manufacturers. Cutlets and dumplings with a traditional filling, such as potato and mince, are also very popular. As for semi-finished meat products, many enterprises still use manual methods of mincing and molding in order to find favor in eyes of consumers. Our product range includes such foods as fried sausages, oriental dumplings with chopped meat. We do not cut meat mechanically. Our workers chop meat manually and with care, and this is the specific feature of our production process. In fact, each food producer in Kazakhstan tries to make its products look and taste like home-cooked meals. To do so, unique technologies along with quality raw products are needed. Of course, cooperation with local producers is a priority for us. This is because domestic beef differs from, for example, Russian or Belarusian beef. To our people, our meat seems tastier and more natural. Because of that, we tried to work only with domestic producers, and finally we succeeded. Nonetheless, meat production in Kazakhstan cannot be called sustainable, and domestically produced mince is often much more expensive than the similar products imported from EU. Nowadays, we sell our own beef at a price of 1,000 tenge per kilo. But tomorrow we can sell imported beef which costs 1,300 tenge. There are no stable prices for raw products. The cost of fodder, electricity and gasoline increase and affect the work of producers. In order to maintain the quality of our products, we need to buy raw products by wholesale and store them in our refrigerators, and in such a way solve this problem. Increasing prices is not the best option. Russia and Belarus are the main competitors in the Kazakhstani market of semi-finished meat products. They actively dump prices. Local producers are also becoming increasingly competitive. Currently, there are more than 100 of them. 10 to 12 years ago, it was quite easy to set up your own business. There were only 5 such enterprises, and they had ample opportunity to run the business. Currently, there are a lot of such enterprises. Each of them manufactures good or comparatively good products and tries to join the market. We support competition because it results in good quality of food products. Therefore, the quality of food produced in Kazakhstan continues to grow. Consumers no doubt benefit from that. In addition, this is a nice chance for manufacturers to export their products. Currently, only few Kazakhstani producers sell their sausages and meat preserves in the Russian market, and they're rather an exception to the rule. For the promotion of the domestic meat products, last autumn umbrella brands Kazmeat and Halal Kazakhstan were created and presented. We think that the creation of United Kazakhstani brands is a very good decision. This is due to the fact that while joining new markets, it is necessary to present the country of origin in a proper manner. For example, in Russia, in particular in Moscow, there is a high demand for Kazakhstani meat, so we can use the same instruments for joining new markets. Experts strongly believe that the meat industry in Kazakhstan, along with the market of semi-finished products, will benefit from Kazakhstan's joining to the WTO. Indeed, the membership in the World Trade Organization supposes import of the most up-to-date technologies. Another advantage is that ordinary consumers will eventually have a wider choice. However, it will be still difficult to compete with products from EU countries, in particular with sausages from Russia. Kazakhstan still lacks cheap raw products and highly skilled technologies to produce foods of the same quality and price. For instance, the price of Russian beef dumplings is based first of all on the cost of raw products. 90 to 95% is the cost of mince. 5 to 10% is the cost of dough, consisting of flour, eggs and salt, and spices. Hand molding, in other words, wage costs, adds to the price 20% more. Among other expenses are production costs of the enterprise, including rent, electricity, transport and other costs, as well as producers' surplus and markup of shops, which may reach 20%. The World Trade Organization considers that food in a deep freezer at a temperature minus 20 degrees Celsius can be kept for unlimited time, but the issue is rather more about its safety than preservation of taste. Any semi-finished meat products and even soups can be frozen and in such a manner get a homemade ready-to-cook foods. In this case, frost will be the main preserving agent. However, it is not recommended to store such products more than 1 to 2 months. Otherwise, their texture and taste qualities will change. For example, checking quality of a cooked sausage is possible at home. First of all, we should cut a medium-thick piece and try to bend it. If it breaks or bursts, it would mean that the sausage contains starch. If it bends but does not break, it is a reliable indicator that the manufacturer has put enough meat into the sausage. To determine whether sausage contains colorants, we should put a piece of the product into alcohol solution for 2 to 3 minutes. The liquid will turn pink in a short period of time if the food contains coloring agents. Among the most popular products on the meat and meat products market are so-called country brands, Argentinian beef, American pork and others. Foods made in Kazakhstan also have some advantages. Among them are their organic origin, absence of GMO and other chemicals. Customers in other countries know little about our products. However, experts believe that in the course of time the brand made in Kazakhstan will be able to compete, for example, with Argentinian meat products. Indeed, Kazakhstan has marketing outlets in China and other Asian countries. Semi-finished food includes meat products as well as other frozen products such as dumplings, mushrooms, vegetables and berries. It is worthy of note that the world market of frozen food is saturated enough and in actual fact does not grow anymore. The growth of the frozen food market in Europe and America does not exceed 1%, in Southeast Asia 3%, in Eastern Europe about 7% and in CIS countries about 10%. Currently, the world market of semi-finished meat products is gaining momentum. These days, the consumption level of semi-finished meat products in CIS countries nears 10 kilograms per person annually. The demand for semi-finished foods in China is growing at a quick rate. Over the last 7 years, the consumption of such food products in the country increased by 2/3. Nowadays, China can easily compete with the US, which has the highest level ever recorded. Sausage in China is the most in-demand imported product. Along with that, China is known as one of the top pork producers. Therefore, all sausage produced in this country tastes like ham. China does not produce smoked or uncooked smoked sausage and is ready to import it. British nutritionists believe that healthy meals should include as little fast food and semi-finished products as possible. In addition, almost all dishes should be cooked at home. On this basis, they published the list of countries with the healthiest cuisines. The UK ranks 5th due to the fact that its residents almost do not consume preserves and semi-finished foods. It is followed by Andorra. People in this small country keep to Mediterranean diets. Sweden ranks ranks third because its residents no more consume harmful sources. Singapore is on the second place. Owing to high living standards, residents of this country can afford the healthiest and most expensive organic products. Iceland heads the list. People there eat mainly cheap fish, and in shops it is almost impossible to find sausages and ready-to-cook foods because they are not produced in that remote country. I wish you economic and quality purchases.
Качественных вам покупок!